Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New York Jets. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. That's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Darnold on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Switch up. 51 to Mike. 51.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, it's McFarland. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The ball carrier.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
Virgil Green there to make the grab. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna go out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Yeah, them footsteps.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins.
By the Jets. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. It's Perine to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The Jets ball carrier.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Score Jets 7, Bills 6.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Darnold now to throw. Man open, here is Crowder. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder,
New York.
79 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, every day.
From the gun, Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
By the Jets.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
82,
Jamison Crowder. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Jets 20, Bills 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
56, 56.
On play action, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the 30 on second down. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 12 yards there and a first down.
Buffalo Bills.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 9-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
57's the mic. Watch him go.
Here's Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This will make it into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion there to Brashad Perriman, and the best part of his game coming out of UCF is ability to run. A sub-4.4 sprinter. They need it now in New York to replace speedster Robbie Anderson, who signed with Carolina. He's going to take over the outside vertical routes that Anderson provided, and they're hoping for big plays downfield.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Darnold from the red zone now. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
Chris Conley there to make the grab. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check. Fresno.
They will run with Singletary. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 43-yard line.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and 8.
He runs. Hey, 4-1's Mike. Let's make these babies forget.
Operating from the gun, Allen, and Beasley with it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Allen off the play fake. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick.
Intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.